am thrilled to be launching this new show. I am excited to share this journey with you. My goal is to create a platform where we can have meaningful conversations, explore important issues, and of course, get to know each other better. As a new voice, and I do consider myself to be new, I need your support. Your support and your engagement to make the show a success. I want to hear from you, share your stories, and discuss topics that matter most to you. Let us build a community of engaged and informed citizens who are passionate about making a difference in Jamaica. I want us to have quality here, high quality content that is informative, engaging, thought-provoking, tackling the tough issues, and at the same time, celebrating our successes, exploring new ideas, new perspectives. We must aim to make the show a must listen for anyone who cares about Jamaica and wants to be part of the conversation. So I invite you to join me on this journey. Share your thoughts, share your opinions and your experiences with me. Let's have a conversation that matters. Together, we can build a Jamaica one conversation at a time. And so I welcome you. It must be credible, Wally say, it must be credible. So get ready to connect. Get ready to connect your community and beyond. Join me, Hello Neighbor Daytime, every weekday, Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. because we'll be diving into issues that matter most to you, from local news, stories, national conversations, and beyond. Tune in for lively discussions, inspiring stories, and real connections. We'll talk to experts, thought leaders, and everyday people making a difference in their communities. Whether you are a long-time listener or just discovering us, we invite you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and ask questions. Be part of the community. Welcome, one and all, to this new program, Hello Neighbor Daytime. How you doing? All right, so the 2025 elections are over. There are some people that are continuing the campaign. But whether you're in denial or no, the elections are over. And the Prime Minister will be sworn in tomorrow. I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, but it is the fact that the Jamaica Labour Party have won a third consecutive term, and that party is led by Prime Minister Holness. The People's National Party, they gained 14 seats, but ultimately they fell short of securing the majority. The people have chosen, and time come, lost. That is a fact. Time come, lost. And so the time that has come is a time for unity, to work towards a common goal. That common goal of governing the country for the next 5 years. There's a time for everything under the sun. The Bible tells you that. And so the politicking, the polarized politics will have to take a back seat. These cliches, these election cliches of time come, have no more place in Jamaica over the next couple of years. And the PNP had better know that they're going to have to fall in line. There's only one government in Jamaica. Okay? There is a government and there is an opposition. So nobody behave as if to say there are two governments both here. There's one government in Jamaica at a time. And in this democracy, if we can call it that, it is what it is. The people have spoken. And they have rejected Mark Bolin and his team. At least the majority of Jamaicans have done so. And it is a disrespect, not to the government or to Holness. It is a disrespect, a profound disrespect for the opposition to even remotely suggest that there were irregularities when the Electoral Office of Jamaica have issued to the Governor General the results of the election. What you do, Mr. Bolin, is you accept it. Better luck next time. But you lost. That's how democracies work. There must be a smooth transition to the new government. And they must start their work immediately with no opposition. Do not disrespect the people of Jamaica. The election results, however, show that the country is divided. Because though the government won the majority with 35 seats, it did so with 50.47% of the votes. And the PNP they got 49.21%. And these results suggest that there is a need for bipartisan cooperation. I'm going to play for you later on this week the comments made by the Minister for Constitutional Affairs, Marlene Malahu Fort, as she addressed the Jamaica Labour Party's mass meeting in Sam Sharp Square. She raised concerns about the trustworthiness of the leader of opposition. And it is a matter that we are going to have to tackle. Is Golden trustworthy? Can we rely on the opposition leader to be credible in the parliament? Because based on what Marlene said, it appears as if he has placed roadblocks in the way of the government and thereby inhibiting the progress of Jamaica. It's a matter that requires some attention. And so we're going to have to move beyond patronage-based politics and demand accountability, transparency, and good governance, not only from the government, but also from the opposition. We have to prioritize the issues that unite us. It was an absolute shame that during the election, the opposition could not find themselves to agree that crime is on the decline in Jamaica. That is a shame. We have to prioritize the issues that unite us, such as economic development, education, healthcare, crime. The politics is too divisive. And at least for the next 2 to 3 years, we want to see unity in the parliament. Because if we don't get it, we're going to demand it. Because this is not only about them. It is also about us. We, the people of Jamaica. We are suggesting that we don't want no politics now. You hear that, Mr. Golden, Mr. Campbell, Dayton Campbell, and all of you? We don't want no politics now. Jamaica must settle down and address the issues that confront its people. And so as citizens of Jamaica, we have to take ownership for our role in shaping Jamaica's future. For too long, we have left it to the politicians. Jamaica don't belong to them. Jamaica belong to us. And if them palm fool down a parliament there, we're going to go down there. We take the people down there and demand that our work continue. They plan protest tomorrow. Let's engage in respectful dialogue. Stop tracing out one another, man. Stop telling people to go suck their mother and send them up on them whatever and call them all type of homophobic name. Stop it. Stop cuss bad word and tell each other bad word. Put away the politics now. It's distasteful. We must be respectful of each other. listening to opposing views, and work towards finding common ground. It is by doing so we can create a more inclusive and progressive Jamaica that benefits all its citizens, regardless of party affiliation. Let's put Jamaica first. Let's work towards a future where our politics is driven by a desire to serve the nation rather than just one party. Mr. Holness will be sworn in tomorrow as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Not the Prime Minister of the Labour Rights, but the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And Labour Rights need to understand that too. Because you can't be calling for unity and then you contribute to the divisiveness. And those were reflected, and I'm going to challenge it and I'm going to tackle it and I'm going to point it out. That it was reflected in the results of the elections held recently. Clientism, patronage-based politics, polarizing politics, tribalism. It has divided the country and driven many people away. 5% more votes could give the Labour Party 550 seats. We have to take ownership again. Yes, we're not spending 5 years discussing IC report. We're not doing it. We're not going to spend 5 years discussing the statutory declarations of the Prime Minister. We're not doing it. And we don't want any more investigator coming into Jamaica. Come hold up with time. That matter needs to be brought to an end and we move on. We're not spending 5 more years on that, you know. And we're not supposed to waste no more money on that. We've spent enough. Like we have spent it on the FinSac report. I know we can't get the report. We're not spending $30 more million on investigating the Prime Minister. And you know, Prime Minister, wrap this up. Wrap this up. Who fi go? We have to get Jamaica moving forward. And we're not wasting any time talking about no statutory declaration. Those people need to do their job, submit the report to Parliament. Parliament table the report. It is discussed. The chips fall where they may. Jamaica have problems that needs to be addressed by the government that is to be appointed this week. Okay? We don't want no more. And this is what I'm saying to the people of Jamaica, that you need to demand that some of these nonsense stop. We need to have an active citizenry. You're afraid to go up on the road? Go put up your placards? You have to take ownership for your country. Don't leave it to the partisans. The people in the other countries are looking on. Clean house PM. There are some people in government sitting on some boards. They need to be retired in the public's interest. They are holding back the progress of Jamaica. Some unions. Yes? Stop this nonsense. And I hope that first on the agenda is the problem with the Integrity Commission. First, it must be dealt with. It must be dealt with first. And the Prime Minister must go to Parliament, make a statement on it. And his Integrity Commission report must be certified. And the people of Jamaica must know what's happening. Not one more cent out of taxpayers' money must be spent on this foolishness. Do we need a break? Do we need a break? Let me see. Let me see if we need a break. Let's let's take a break and come back to you. All right, let's take a break. Quite frankly, some of the nonsense I see them keep up with on the election is because the Jamaican people don't realize that they are the owners of this. They don't own Jamaica. Right? And I hope that the Prime Minister in this term asserts himself. One leader we have here in Jamaica, 1 p.m. And this is not a disrespect to the opposition. 1 p.m. we have, meaning one Prime Minister, not two, one. There's one leader of this country. The other gentleman is the leader of the opposition. His role is to provide alternative leadership, alternative prescriptions for the problems of Jamaica, not to oppose. The opposition role is not to oppose. It's constructive opposition that holds the government to account with the people of Jamaica in mind. And you know, I have advocated for us to look at this terminology of opposition, because in Jamaica it appears as if all the opposition does is oppose. They oppose the striking bus service because they're opposition. How can you oppose a national rural school bus service? What is there to oppose? You don't need opposition for that. And what was the prescription? Taxes, 1 p.m., meaning one government. The government that is to be elected, well, to be sworn in this week, must be given a fair chance to manage the affairs of the country without roadblocks from the opposition. And if the opposition begins to put roadblocks in the way of the government, we're going to call them out for it. We're not going to stand for that. We're not going to stand for the politicking. All right? And that's why I'm saying to the Prime Minister, sort out the IC matter. Sort it out. Put it behind you, sir. If you need to bring legislation to Parliament, look at the law, get your lawyers and the Attorney General, examine it. Because this was used against you to distract the people of Jamaica from the work, from the worth of the government. Let's engage respectfully, respectful dialogue. Listen to opposing views. Respect in Parliament. The people of Jamaica demand of the parliamentarians to be respectful. No tracing in the Parliament. We don't send you there for trace, you know. We're not sending nobody down at Parliament to trace this time, you know. And cuss out each other in the Parliament. That's not what we're sending you there for. We're sending you there to have informed, intelligent discussions, respectful views. Yeah, it's not a Sunday school class, but some of the behavior in Parliament needs to stop, especially from the PNP side. You see how they behave on the campaign, in the campaign? Combative, demeaning, disrespectful. Talk about one by one who are going to jail. No evidence. Allegations. Spurious. Just a chat. Nothing substantial and substantive. Trying to score political points. Yeah. Both sides. You're right. Both sides. We have to work towards finding common ground. And if something is in the interest of Jamaica, it don't need to be opposed. If something is in the interest of Jamaica, why oppose it? No election now call now. You have to go wait until 2030. Or at least 2029. So it don't make no sense. Because by doing so, comrades, you create an inclusive, progressive Jamaica that benefits all the citizens of Jamaica, regardless of party affiliation. Let's put Jamaica first. Time come to put Jamaica first. Okay, comrades? The time has come to put Jamaica first. Let's work towards a future where politics is not driven by a desire to serve oneself, but serve the nation. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our children, the future generations. We owe it to them to create a Jamaica that works for all. As former Prime Minister Bruce Golding once said, we're not all rich, but none have to be poor. None have to be poor. Let me talk to the supporters of the parties. Let us acknowledge that our politics is too tribalized. That's why most people are staying away. The politics is too transactional. And you know, we need to define the role of government. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, among them the right to life, to liberty, and to the pursuit of happiness, and that it is to secure these rights why government exists. Government no exists to give out 25 chicken and bag of feed. We have to move our people away from that. We have to move government into institutions that handle government money and government business. Your granny dead, you go down to the MP office. MPs giving out vouchers for school books and all them something. What are you creating? The politics is too tribalized. It's too transactional. And when you go and get it, where you say you can't vote for him, you go over the other man's side, and give it to you, you vote for him. And then I hear the hypocrite them talk about vote buying, like say both sides not do it. We don't buy vote. Electoral malpractice is practiced by both sides, influencing the vote. What is that? We have been conditioned to prioritize party loyalty over national interest. We have been conditioned. That's tribalism. And that is why the results of the election were as they were last week. Tribalism. It's an unreal result. It's a result that does not reflect reality. It's illogical. It's irrational. Don't tell me that in a country where 250,000 people got jobs in the last 9 years, the vote was so close. Don't tell me that in a country where poverty was cut in half, the vote was so close. Don't tell me that in a country that saw the greatest investment in infrastructure in our history, the vote was so close. Don't tell me that in a country where public sector workers got the largest increase ever in history, the vote was so close. That is tribalism, and it must be addressed before the next election. Don't tell me that in a country where the NIR is bursting through the seams at the Bank of Jamaica, the vote was so close. 405 or 7,000 people went out and said, no, we don't want this government to continue. How could that be not a concern? It's tribalism. It's not that they don't appreciate the facts before them, but cognitive dissonance, where the facts don't matter. And when you have a political party that feeds into this nonsense, we have to uproot tribalism. We have to uproot it. It's like a cancer in the society. And if it's not uprooted, then we are going to reach the point in Jamaica where 200,000 or 300,000 people go to the polls and choose our government. And we can't allow that to happen. It's conditioning. It's almost classical conditioning. You know, the psychologists, you know, operant, classical conditioning, where you get people to behave exactly how you want them to behave, despite the facts. Despite the facts. People aren't voting on rational issues. And this is why I've said, you know, we don't need a ministry of education anymore. We need a ministry of development, human development. We need a complete overhaul of how we are educating our citizens. They are not civic-minded. They are tribal. They are tribals. We have to lift our people out of the tribalism and get them to think about their future, think about their country, think about themselves. You can't get a pay increase, brethren, and vote against it. How you do that? If Rhodes could vote, the Labour Party probably would win 50 seats. Infrastructure, can't vote. School bus, can't vote. Garbage truck, can't vote. Fire truck, can't vote. A people vote. You have to develop your people. You have to provide them the information. You have to get them to understand how it impacts with them. And this is why I've said, time is going, that the story of the successes of the government, we have not heard it. It has not been told properly. And you can talk about bias as much as you want. You can talk about bias as much as you want. I'm going to speak the truth here. This period of governance in Jamaica is marvelous compared to what we had. And did you know that under the People's National Party, the economy collapsed and they kept winning elections and they never win them small, you know. Jamaica witnessed the financial sector collapsed in the 90s. 40,000 businesses were closed. People migrated, left the country. Poverty reigned on the island. There was a hopelessness in Jamaica. It was palpable. You could cut it with a knife. Crime was out of control. Murders went sky high. At one time, inflation was over 70%. Interest rates through the roof. Wage freezes. At one time, I understand private sector companies had to be paying government workers salaries, yet the PNP kept winning elections. How comes? How comes? And this government barely scraped through after cutting crime, cutting poverty, improving. Did you know that unemployment in Jamaica is below 4%? Below 4%. Everyone in Jamaica who wants a job can get it. The government barely scraped. I don't understand. I don't understand. But empowerment is needed. Human empowerment. The empowering of the mind to think beyond the colors of the party. Because when you think orange, you only vote orange. When you think green, you only vote green. And we need to get more people thinking about the country. Let's move beyond the patronage-based politics. Let's strive to see beyond party lines and recognize that our shared humanity and national identity are more important than political differences. Our shared humanity and our national identity are more important than our political differences. It is a shame, Jamaicans, that you go online and cuss out each other. You are Jamaicans first. You are Jamaicans first. Are you telling me that if you are driving down the road and you see a comrade in an accident, you will not stop to help? What can I go so? I am my brother's keeper first. Why are we treating each other like this? Running people offline, embarrassing them, telling them we're part of their mother, they must go suck. We have to strive beyond the party, the tribal parties, and recognize again that our shared humanity and our national identity are more important than our political differences. You are a Jamaican. You're not a Labourite first. You're a Jamaican first. You're not a comrade first. You are a Jamaican. And as Jamaicans, we are family. We are families. Your husband can be a comrade. Your wife a Labourite. You sleep in the same bed. We are divided by party. And to Holness' credit, he has tried to bring the nation together. But man, these comrades, you have to do better, comrades. You have to do better. Let's move beyond patronage-based politics and demand accountability, transparency, and good governance from our leaders. Let's prioritize issues that unite us, such as economic growth, education, healthcare, rather than issues that divide us. Let's take ownership for our role in shaping Jamaica's future. Let's listen, let's engage respectfully, listen to opposing views, and work towards common ground. You know, the media plays a crucial role in the country coming together. The media in Jamaica is part of the problem. You talk about the politicians, the media, what amounts from media in Jamaica is a disgrace because they're part of the problem. But you know, little by little, there is a recognition that them going to have to change, you know. Because the divisiveness of Jamaica is driven by some in the media. They are biased, they are partisan, and they are promoting the interests of politics, their party, and they are parading as journalists and as media practitioners when they are nothing but mouthpieces. Some of them may as well then start wearing the orange shirt or the green shirt and stop talking about them a media. Them a big part of the problem. Media provides the platform for discourse, for information dissemination. And look how they look how the media reacted during the last election. Just watch the debates again. Look at the coverage. Such is the problem with it that the People's National Party never placed one ad on Nationwide. Not one. If they did, I don't know. Can somebody correct me? Never, not one. They came under attack, verbal attack. But the other media houses, they never got any, they never come under any attack. Did you hear the questions at the debate? Did you hear the questions? Do you think those are fair questions? They are not. Those are politically loaded questions designed for a particular objective. And if you're sensible enough, you know it. That those weren't questions designed to bring forward an answer. And so they are part of the problem. The way they report the news. And some of you should be ashamed of yourselves. Not to mention the pollsters. I don't want to take them on yet. Because as I have said, going forward, we don't need no more polls in Jamaica. We don't need no more polls. Pollsters can just pack up and go home now. They make no more sense. The discourse is biased. It's not fact checked and fact proven. The dissemination of information itself is polarizing. It's tribal. And so moving forward, the media is essential in holding the government accountable, but at the same time, doing so in a fair and balanced way. And so as the JLP begins its new term, it's essential for the government to prioritize the needs and concerns of all Jamaicans, regardless of party affiliation. The media will play a vital role in ensuring that the government remains accountable to the people. The government will have to tackle the whole matter of economic growth. 1.1% is too anemic and is not going to provide sufficient resources to fix some of the ills of the country. The social services remain a concern. Much investment is needed there. National security, maintaining order, ensuring citizens' safety and security, all of these are issues I'm sure the government will have to continue to address. These are key issues that require bipartisan support. So as the new government takes office, it is essential for them to prioritize the needs and concerns of all Jamaicans. They should focus on delivering on their campaign promises, while also being responsive to the needs of their constituents. Transparency and accountability will be crucial in building trust with the public. The opposition, I offer to them the following advice. Be constructive critics. Be a constructive critic. Hold the government accountable for their actions while present to the people of Jamaica alternative solutions. Engage with the public, listen to their concerns, and amplify their voices. Work collaboratively with the government on issues that benefit the nation rather than solely opposing for opposition's sake. To both government and opposition, I say, put aside partisan differences and work towards the common good. Jamaica needs leaders who can put aside their differences and work collaboratively to address the country's challenges. By doing so, you can build a more united and prosperous Jamaica for all. Effective governance and responsible opposition will be key to achieving this goal. We must work together to build a better future. To the supporters of both JLP and PNP, let's acknowledge that our politics have often been tribalized and transactional. We have been conditioned to prioritize party loyalty over national interests. And it's time for a change. Let's strive to see beyond party lines and recognize that our shared humanity and national identity are more important than our political differences. Let's move beyond patronage-based politics and demand accountability, transparency, and good governance. Let's prioritize issues that unite us, such as economic growth, education, healthcare, rather than issues that divide us. As supporters, let us take ownership of our nation. Let's engage in respectful dialogue, listen to opposing views, and work towards finding common ground. Let's put Jamaica first and work towards a future where our politics is driven by a desire to serve the nation rather than our party. We owe it to ourselves to create a Jamaica for our children, our future, and the generations to come. My God, that's 1 hour. Your time.